It's Monday morning. You know what time it is. It's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game PDF freebies, sales, and bundles. How y'all doing this foggy, mopey, gloomy Monday morning? It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's the 14th day of October, and it looks to be about 57 degrees here at Site B. Let's take a look at all the PDF freebies. Remember, as always, these are PDFs unless I specifically say otherwise. So no, you will not be getting the physical copy of the dice. Stop asking. All right. For freebies and pay what you want this week, we have a quick start for the gumshoe-powered Lovecraftian horror game Trial of Cthulhu. This mystery-focused variant of the cosmic horror genre places you in the role of investigation in the 1930s in a world of pulp adventure and Lovecraft. Mystery-focused variant of the cosmic horror genre. I mean, the cosmic horror genre is sort of mystery horror anyways, right? I mean, it's something weird, something really weird. Cthulhu, I'm insane, right? That's it always starts with something weird. It always starts as a relatively normal mystery and then goes wackadoodle rather by the start of the second act. But still, I mean, it kind of already is mystery. So how do you make it more mystery? Double secret super mystery. I don't know. Speaking of more Call of Cthulhu fun, Mod Court has a one-page Call of Cthulhu adventure called Milan's Tomb that sends the investigators to investigate the mystery of a tomb. Chaosium has released a creator content program for Pendragon called Companions of Author. There already is several items up, including a guide to Arthurian Britain as a premiere for Pendragon. I was always the impression Chaosium already had a creator content program for their stuff. But I guess now they specifically have one for Pendragon. Doesn't all their games use the same system? I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that one because I thought they already did have one. And speaking of Chaosium, we have some love for RuneQuest. First time we've heard RuneQuest in a while. Dustin Olson has released an adventure called Night of the Sunshine Inn, where you are sort of Night of the Living Dead in an inn. Rye Albon has released 5e Character Development Planner, a character sheet and workbook to help you plan out your character from level 1 all the way to level 20. 80% of us, by the time we've reached level 2, realize we're not playing the character we thought we were going to play, and we're like, want to start changing things around. So I don't know, planning out to level 20 with 5e seems sort of pointless because there's just so much uncertainty. You could write down day 1, level 1, this vast epic character arc, and by the end of the very first game you realize, oh, that's not what my character wants to do, and at the time of playing him I've completely rethought. So this 20-page plan is now pointless, and basically I'm just downloading a PDF of blank paper and a character record sheet. DLQ's Dungeoneering, DALCUZE, has released a Sappers Training, a optional weapon system for advanced weapon skills. Learn new fighting styles for certain weapons and forms of trainings and stuff like that. I'm assuming it's for 5e. It doesn't say. Let's double check. Yep, 5e. Does 5e really need super duper weapon training? I don't think so. Sort of goes against the whole point of 5e, but whatever. If that's the thing that you want to add to your game, go ahead. For the OSR OSC, we have Dark Clouds over Castle Talbot, where Lord and Lady Talbot, living in their reclusive house, are suddenly being attacked by wolves. But when everybody goes out there, they can't find any proof of the wolves, but every night we hear the wolves. If you're looking for some more old school adventures, RPG Papercraft has released Patrons of the Harvest, an 8-page adventure for Knave, where you get to go on a hex crawl adventure centered around the town of Greenhall as you seek to free the town from a cursey McCurse. Speaking of Knave 2, Dados Tostados. I'm going to guess that's not your real name. Has released Knave of the Mists, with as a 2-page rules and guideline for playing OSR games in the setting of Ravenloft or other gothic fantasy horror. Okay. That looks like it might be cool for free. Connell Hargrave has posted Hark, a RPG. It says a dark fantasy RPG based on folklore using the basic roleplay system. Will you inhale the heroes or be snuffed out like so many before you? So it's an OSR, OSE, old school, dark, grim, darky, dark mech, dark fantasy using basic role-playing, which is the system that Call of Cthulhu uses. And Pendragon, maybe. I have to check. We have a Shadowdark adventure called Isle of the Evil Eye, about a haunted keep. And uncovering the mystery of what happened in the keep to make it become haunted. We have a Knave 2 adventure called Cult of the Crimson Revelers, based upon anti-drug propaganda and the film Reefer Madness. So a Knave 2 fantasy adventure based upon the anti-drug propaganda of the mid-'80s and the classic film Reefer Madness. That's one I never thought I'd see. Wow. Just when you think like, oh, there's no genre left to mine. We've done all we can do. Somebody's like, oh yeah? How about I make a game based upon the anti-drug exploitations, that old Nancy Reagan, just say no, don't do drugs things, and the classic anti-drug film Reefer Madness. Yeah. I don't think anybody saw that one coming. So congratulations. Unfortunately, it doesn't say who made this. We have an adventure for Candela Obscura called Assignment HRS Iceberg, where you are on a boat. Or actually, you have to go look for a boat. And the boat has been attacked by an iceberg. So it's a play on the Titanic. The boat's been reported missing. You got to go find the boat. You go out and find the boat. And it looks like the boat has been attacked by an iceberg. And this is by a character by the name of Shaeomar, Shaeomar. Assignment HRS Iceberg for Candela Obscura. You know my thoughts about Candela Obscura, but who knows? Maybe it deserves a second chance. I don't think it does, but maybe it deserves a second chance. Rainy Day Games has asked the eternal question, Cats versus Cthulhu, where you play a bunch of cats and you convince your humans to help them fight Cthulhu. Cats versus Cthulhu. Yes, the world needs this game. We have a 5e adventure for Shadowdark. No, a 5th level adventure for Shadowdark. Sorry, I'm tired. I read that as 5e. I forgot. It is a 5th level adventure for Shadowdark by Joker and Thief Publishing called Lost Keep of the Savage Horde, where you have to go into the Lost Keep and figure out what happened to it and why the people are, spookiness happening and riches and bad guys. Usual stuff. Joker and Thief has released a second Shadowdark adventure called Isle of the Serpent Queen, where you have card-based exploration and a touch of sci-fi. So I guess you print out a bunch of cards and just sort of lay them out as the characters are going. And, as it sort of becomes the random map. Of course, you have to download and print out the cards. Over at Dungeon Masters Guild, we have Bobblehead Skeletons, a printable papercraft project of skeleton bobbleheads that can be made with any regular printer paper, scissors, and a bit of paper glue. Have you always wanted to make a paper bobblehead? Because now you can, and it's free. That sounds fun. We have some more attack variations for 5e. This one from Aaron Sharp. Excuse me, I need coffee. I need more coffee. Where you have new melee and cantrip attacks and options for 5e. or 60. I don't know. It feels kind of pointless to make stuff for 5e right now, since 6e is a thing. Just make the stuff for Tales from the Valley, guys. If you'd like to follow up on the original 5e starter adventures of Lost Mines of Feldelver, agreed by many to be the single best 5e product that Wizards of the Coast has made, I would argue that Mines is the best, but Tomb of Annihilation is the most 5e adventure that Wizards of the Coast has made. Aiden Fisk has released a sequel called Dark Druids of the Neverwinter Woods, designed to run after you finish Lost Mines of Feldelver, but before you start Vecna or whatever, Return to Feldelver, or Isle of Dragonspire. Jordan King has also released a sequel to Lost Mines of Feldelver called The Steam Metal Prince, a 5th level character sending party into the Underdark with deal with the Duergard and the Vicious Drider. And Alice O'Neill also has a sequel to the Mines of Feldelver called The Sword of Gentle Knight, where a party of 5th and 6th level characters follow up after the events of Feldelver and Dragons of Icespire Peak. Lightning round number 1, GM resources maps. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lightning round number 2, playable subclasses and stuff like that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving on. Sales this week. Farsight Games placed 4 titles from the High 5 series on sale. Firestorm, rules for light military science fiction, and Cyber Streets, rules light future noir role-playing are both included, along with Fire Team Mission Horror at Harris Station and Invasion. This is 20 to 30% off of the entire run of the High 5 series. Jammer has released a 4 one-page Savage Worlds adventures called Small Cases, City Guards Chronicles. Pick a fantasy setting for Savage World rules and take on the role of a city guard, protecting the people from the criminal threats and investigating crime. So Savage Worlds fantasy or just whatever. Police procedural for $1.25. We've got a Humble Bumble for Edge of Darkness, it looks like, called Stage Fright at the Playhouse. Includes PDF and Roll20 of the modules, as well as a starter set of Edge of Darkness. And that's, I'm not sure what's going on. This one doesn't make sense. Anyways, it appears to be a Call of Cthulhu bundle about the theater. We have a 2-volume collection of maps for VTT. This one is running $6. $6 or $55. I can't tell if that's an S or a 5. $60 for a collection of PDF maps. I don't know. Seems a little pricey, but maybe it is $60. Anyways, there's that thing. Moving on to the charity bundles. Remember, as always, you do have a chance to just give directly to the charity in question, and you don't have to deal with the bundle if you don't need 135 new PDFs of games you're never going to play, run, or open. We have the continuation of the Itch.io accessible gaming charity bundle, up to 300 titles, $10, and it goes to the WOTC RPG project. Mean Green Press has a bundle called the Collective Heart Bundle. It contains 54 indie titles covering genres of fantasy, sci-fi, horror, mystery, historical, atomic age, post-apocalyptic. I'm noticing no supers mentioned. And this is to help the people over at Mean Gene Press deal with some issues regarding security. It's $15, and it goes to support, like I said, that charity. We've got the Unknown Armies bundle, where there's a name we haven't heard for a while. The Postmodern Occult Intrigue and Action Adventure System. This bundle includes the Unknown Armies complete run. It's $8, and it goes to support the Red Cross. We've got the Call of Cthulhu Encore bundle. More Call of Cthulhu. This has got the Call of Cthulhu starter set, the Call of Cthulhu coloring book, the Call of Cthulhu Keepers book, and a whole bunch more Call of Cthulhu stuff. This goes to support the World Wildlife Foundation, and it's $25 is the most popular pledge. We've got a 3D printer bundle called Futuristic Forge Sci-Fi 3D Printer Model Bundle, blah, 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 featuring a wide variety of alien monsters, heroic soldiers, and other fun 3D stuff. Double warning with this one, because now you're dealing with two separate digital devices. Please, 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 before you install and open these files, check them for viruses, check them for malware, check them for anything that might jeopardize the security of your comptometer, please. And that goes to Make-A-Wish. We've got a World of Darkness library. This is $40 for the big one, and that gets you 2 actual physical books, but the most popular one is $18, and that gets you a whole bunch of stuff made for World of Darkness, specifically around vampire, hunter, and werewolf. Goodman Games has continued their D&D 5e bundle, featuring several Goodman Game products that have been made for over the years for 5e or D&D. $18 is the most popular pledge. For $30, you will receive a physical copy of Crypt of the Devil Lich, a mega dungeon that Goodman Games made a while back. Speaking of Magic Dungeons, not that we wore, but if we wore, that would have been a reference to the mega dungeons that we're not speaking about. That goes to support food banks in the area. Renegade Game Studios is still doing their Power Rangers role-playing game book bundle. $18 is the most popular pledge. $40 gets you physical copies of the miniature set rules. No actual miniatures, but the miniature set rules. Physical copies of Power Rangers, character record sheets set to you, and the miniature rules. So if you're a fan of Go-Go Power Rangers, the role-playing game, and want to keep it alive, this is the best way to do it. It's $18 gets you everything that Renegade Press has made so far for Power Rangers. We've got the Bundle of the Dead just in time from Paizo. This contains the complete collection of the Blood Lords Book of the Dead adventure path and all the things that were adjacent to that chunk of time, because whenever Paizo releases an adventure path, they usually release things that are sort of maybe kind of connected to the adventure path, smaller modules or whatever. So $50 gets you a physical copy of the Book of the Dead adventure path. $35 gets you everything that was made for the Pathfinder 2 run of the Blood Lords Book of the Dead adventure path run. And that's it this week for all our sales, bundles, and other gosh me gosh. Nothing really stands out to me this week. I got a lot of okay things, but nothing really like, I got to take this home. I am curious about the Chaosium Pendragon open source, because like I said at the beginning, thought they already had one. But maybe I was wrong. Or maybe they just needed to rewrite it. I don't know. It's worth looking into. You tell me. If any of these stand out to you, links down below. I pointed out links down below to the one I think are worth your time, but as always, don't listen to me. Make up your own mind. You can always check these links out at ENWORLD. Thank you, ENWORLD, for making these links possible. Or over at DriveThruRPG, DM's Guild, or Humble Bubble. Until next time, I'm the OG GM. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Be safe out there, and I'll talk to you all later.
News from the table in the rolling waves. Dice in our hand, we're the dungeon's brave. Adventures tonight with our mighty team.